Today you are drinking Weller Special Reserve. Weller Special Reserve is a Kentucky Straight Bourbon from the Buffalo Trace Distillery. It comes in at 90 proof with no age statement. This bottle cost us $24, with it usually being priced at $25. As always, your prices may vary. Enjoy!
Thanks, Joyce. Now you know what we're drinking, and I know what we're drinking. These two don't. Let's get to nosing.
That's potent on the nose.
These guys' nose like right in there. So I'm actually having a hard time like getting a nose on this one. What I mean getting is vanilla.
I'm getting a little bit of vanilla, but I'm getting a lot of burn.
A little bit cherry, but it's under the vanilla.
I'm getting the cherry and vanilla.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I'm not getting much beyond that. Like it's a very light nose. I'm not getting much off this.
The cherry and vanilla is so overpowering that it just kind of hides everything else.
I'm getting
is anything.
I'm getting a little bit of wood, but that might just be associative with the vanilla and cherry since those things come from wood.
I mean, definite oak, but I mean it's a whiskey.
Oh, I just got like a pie of some sort.
Yeah, there's like another fruity scent
maybe like
under there.
Maybe like a it's a rose pie though. Maybe apple pie. Maybe like a strawberry pie. I was getting a little bit of like bread and like bread with the fruit, like the vanilla and everything. Like I'm getting like the distinct smell of like the crustiness of the flaky, crusty
Pie shell.
pie shell.
I'm getting a little bit of
Just pie shell. I'm not getting what's inside the pie. I'm just getting pie.
I mean, pie shell's separate, but I think like if you put all the things together, it's like, oh, this is a strawberry pie with
Pecan pie.
pecan pie.
See, I was getting an almond.
Okay, so I got some sort of nut pie.
Good, like an. If I had to say there was a pie here, I would say it's like an apple walnut or apple.
I can
Apple
see
with
that.
a nut?
I can see that. But I'm getting a little bit of pear.
Maybe it's not apple pie. Maybe it's a pear pie.
Is pear pie any good?
There's not really a pear pie, so I'm going to say you're getting pear and pie crust.
You could make a pear pie.
Have you had a pear pie?
Not that I can recall.
Yeah, but it's a very light nose. It took a little bit to really accompany to everything and get in there and get that nose. We went for a taste. Go sweet at first, and then left a little bit of burn in the tongue, mid palate.
Ooh, a lot of burn.
Yeah.
Not a little burn, a lot of
I got
Little
pretty much burn the whole way through.
Yeah, it's like all the way down. Like there's even like all the way down. There's like a little burn.
very tannin, and then a very, very sweet finish.
I'm getting like ice cream on the finish.
Yeah.
Like not just vanilla, but like vanilla ice cream
Yeah.
on that finish. Like it's got like almost like vanilla bean, a little bit like the, and then there's the creaminess.
Like a rich creamy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you get that burn, and then after the burn dissipates, then you get that
Like vanilla ice cream or some sort of like rich.
creme fraiche. It's got a little bit of a sour note to it, but a bunch of sweetness with it.
In the forefront, it's still just that like cherry, vanilla, then burn, but like that finish is where everything like kind of comes together. This might have the best finish of everything that I've had.
Very caramely on the front. No, not the best finish, but surprising.
Surprising. Okay.
Surprising on the
Oh, I'm liking this
afterburn.
finish. That finish is good.
Yeah, and I am picking up the almond.
I am a fan.
I am picking up that almond that you smell. I'm picking that up now.
In the nose, or are you picking up in the palate?
In the taste, in the palate.
Okay. I'm getting the candied part of like an almond, like a candied almond, but not getting the almond itself.
I'm not getting very much fruity note from the taste
No.
and palate, but
Agreed.
What I'm picking up on the finish after, like right before that ice cream, creme fraiche, whatever we want to call it, I'm almost picking up like sweet communion bread
Oh.
with that almondy flavor and the
Yeah.
sweetness and like a shortbread cookie
Yeah.
kind of.
yeah.
I don't see that, but yeah, I can see where you could go there. I get what you're saying.
It's very like snap of the finger quick. It's like right after the burn,
That's on the
right
finish?
I
before
think
the
you're
ice
hitting the
cream.
nail right
Yeah.
ahead on that.
Right after the burn, right before the ice cream, and it's lightning quick.
Definitely still getting like tannin on the tongue, on the way down. A little bit lingery, but it's it's very rich.
Yeah.
A little. Might even call this whiskey a little chewy.
Mm-hmm. Not the chewiest one, but
no, like Grant's was really chewy. But this is it's chewy. It's
wrong chewy.
all right. A little water.
I had to go there.
Let's get a little water going.
gotta get like 2 drops.
Just 2 drops.
Yeah, I've got less.
I mean, more of that vanilla notes now on the nose.
And it's a stronger burn with the water.
I wouldn't say it's thinner.
No, it's definitely not thinner.
It's easier to find those notes that we're getting before. I don't think I'm getting anything different on the nose, but I'm getting the same things, but it's easier to get to them.
Right.
Yeah.
Which could just be
I think it just mellows out the harshness and makes it easier to get to the...
Makes it more vibrant.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it changes a whole lot on the tongue, on the palate either.
Caramely. Much more caramely.
I feel like it's spread out more. Like, it didn't just... I feel like my first sips are just going right down the center. Mm-hmm. And this is like just spreading out more across my tongue.
Yeah.
Gives me a waxy feel on the lips. Like putting on some chapstick. Cherry Carmex.
All right, so let's talk about what some other reviewers have said about this whiskey. So we'll start with the nose. Caramel, cherry, vanilla, honey, black pepper. I do not think I got any black pepper, personally.
Personally, I don't get it, but...
Yeah.
I think the cherry and the vanilla overpowered it.
Yeah.
On the palate, sweet, vanilla, cherry cough syrup.
No.
Honey.
I did not pick up cherry cough syrup.
I got cherry, but not cherry cough syrup. I got like a real cherry, not that fake stuff.
I can't even see like a cherry syrup, but not like a cough syrup. Like what's left of like the maraschino jar.
Yeah.
Or it's like,
maybe.
Maybe it's because of that alcohol burn that they were getting the cough syrup sense.
Yeah. And then finish with a medium finish. I'd even say a medium long. Like, it's not long, but it's a longer finish.
It lingers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With honeysuckle and oak. I'm not entirely sure I know what honeysuckle like smells and tastes like.
I have a ton of honeysuckle. Too bad they've already they're done for the year.
Yeah.
I missed my chance.
Yes. Next spring, you'll have to come up my house, and I'll have you suck on some honeysuckle so that you can get that flavor.
There you go. And that's really the best way to get more notes and to be able to pick out more notes from a whiskey is to really just experience everything. Mm-hmm. Go into your spice cabinet, smell it, smell stuff, take note of it, and actually pay attention to what you're smelling. Let's talk about some ratings. Eric, you want to start us off with a nose?
I'm going to go ahead and give it a 3. Wasn't exceptional on the nose.
Mm-hmm.
It was a little bit harsh at first. But overall, I'd say it was a positive nose experience.
I'm going to go 2.5 on the nose. It was a positive nose experience, but it was very basic, just typical vanilla and cherry aromas, which you would pick up generally on any other whiskey. So it wasn't really mind-blowing enough to go much over a 3. So I'm going to go 2.5.
I'm going to go a 3. It was fresh and light, which can be nice sometimes. Yet, like Keith said, just a cherry and vanilla. Not much beyond that. For palate, I thought palate was actually quite interesting.
Palate's complex.
I'm going to give it a 4 actually on the palate. Especially with changing it up with the water. There was changes with the water, so that's nice to see sometimes. Sometimes when you add water, it doesn't do anything, just makes it bland and not great. But it was oily, it clinged, there was flavor there was spice. Wasn't necessarily the best thing in the world, but it was solid. It was so I'm gonna give it a 4.
I'll give it a 3.5.
Palate, I'm going to give it a 3.5. Again, nothing really mind-blowing on it, but it was still better than average. Great taste, good taste to it, so 3.5.
I'm starting to get like strawberry vanilla ice cream on the nose, like not just like strawberry vanilla or cherry vanilla, just like strawberry vanilla ice cream. Finish, I'm also gonna give a 4. I think that was a very interesting finish. It was nice and long, longer at least, maybe not like the longest finish, but a longer finish. that finish with the bread and the ice cream was really interesting. So I'm gonna go 4 on the finish.
Finish, I'm going with a 4. Same thing. The lingering finish to it, the changes in complexities of the different flavors on the finish as well. It really kicked it over the top.
Yeah, I'm also going to go with a 4. I would say that finish is probably one of the best finishes I've had to date. It's complex and medium to long finish.
All right, so let's talk about what other people rate this. So we're looking at Distiller, Whiskey Advocate, and Proof 66. Proof 66, the whiskey is originally silent on, so we don't have a rating from them. From Distiller, they gave this a 91. And from Whiskey Advocate, a 82.
Big difference on that.
Yeah.
91 though, that's a high rating.
Yeah, that's a high rating.
Pretty good rating.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think at that point, it's reveal time. Let's talk about what you think it is and what you think the proof is.
I think it's a higher proof, maybe 90 to 100, 100. We've had a lot today, so I'm going I'm going to say somewhere between 90 and 110. I have to increase my range on it at this point.
I'm gonna say mid 80s, maybe just 80.
I'm also going to say that I think I'm leaning towards bourbon on this, but I think it might be tricked into an Irish.
I'm leaning towards Irish. I think I'm going to say it's an Irish whiskey.
Yeah.
This is very interesting to see you guys guess these. So this is a bourbon, but it is a wheated bourbon.
Weller.
So this is Weller Special Reserve. Weller Special Reserve, as you'll know from Joyce's video, is 90 proof. It is made by Buffalo Trace. Buffalo Trace is owned by Sazerac, so really well, big company. Mashbill. So we don't know the age statement. We know that it is at least 4 years old because it is a Kentucky Straight Bourbon whiskey with no age statement. So it's at least 4 years old. This is the corn, wheat, and barley mash bill, which is the same mash bill as the Van Winkle line. For you, those of you who don't know, Van Winkle is a very popular, really high regarded bourbon that typically goes for a lot of money, probably more than it should. So it's the same mash bill as that, different warehouses, different barrels, same distillery. A lot of people compare it. People used to say Weller 12 was the cheap man's Pappy, or Pappy Van Winkle, but this is not quite that. Price, generally it is around $24. Proof 66 says around 20, but I've never seen it that low. To get it here in Pennsylvania, it costs 30. Generally speaking, it tends to be around 25. 24, 25. I paid 24 for mine in Ohio.
This is a very good bourbon. I have seen it online for upwards of $100 to $125. Do not buy it at that price.
Not for Special Reserve.
You are getting taken at that rate.
Yeah. So something to note, there is a lot of different Wellers. There's Weller 12, Weller Antique, Weller 107, Weller Special Reserve, Weller CYOB, Weller Full Proof. So there's a lot of different ones. This is the bottom of all of those, so the most entry level of them. Really, honestly, don't pay more than 30 for this.
Yeah.
You pay 30 is fine, but don't go more than that. There has been a lot of price gouging with these bourbons because people have been comparing them to Pappy Van Winkle and therefore making the Weller name big, which then makes even their bottom shelf stuff cost more. So be on the lookout for that. Don't pay more than 30. That being said, good bottle.
Where did you get this? Because I have trouble finding this in Pennsylvania.
I said Ohio.
Ohio. Okay.
Personally, I'd say $25. That's about what I would want to pay.
Yeah.
I would go as high as 30.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think 30 is a good amount for this. I'm curious to try the other stuff, but I'm not willing to pay more than 30 for the other stuff.
Yeah.
So, but this is a wheated bourbon, so this is actually the same mash bill as Eagle Rare or Buffalo Trace, except instead of rye, they put in wheat instead. Any other comments about the whiskey?
No, that's it for me.
All right, hearing none.
I accidentally drank too much, so I had to pour more. Darn.
May the winds of fortune sail you.
May you sail a gentle sea.
May it always be the other guy who says,
This drink's on me.